So let's start with the next topic, that is power series solution of a second order ordinary differential equation. Let's consider a differential equation of the form P naught of x into d square y by dx square plus P1 of x into dy by dx plus P2 of x into y equal to 0. Now you can see it's a second order ordinary differential equations where P naught of x, P1 of x and P2 of x, they're all polynomials in variable x with P naught of 0 not equal to 0. That means this term does not become 0 when you put the value of x as 0. Now, you already know how to solve this kind of differential equations when P naught of x, P1 of x and P2 of x are all constants. Now here in case of this type of differential equation, when all these three terms are polynomials, then to solve this kind of differential equation, we use power series solution method. So what we do is, when you solve this equation, we know that we should get the solution for y. If you want to get the solution for y, what we do is, in first step, we assume that the solution for y will be nothing but summation r from 0 to infinity ar into x to the power r. So if you expand this, you get a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube and so on. Now if you differentiate this, because once you put the value of y here, what else do you need? You need to know what is the value of dy by dx and what's the value of this term over here. So we find the values of dy by dx and d square y by dx square. So dy by dx is nothing but summation r from 0 to infinity. Ar is a constant here. Differentiation of x power r is r into x power r minus 1. And d square y by dx square will be nothing but summation r from 0 to infinity. We are differentiating this term actually. We get r into ar as constant, and differentiation of x power r minus 1 will be r minus 1 into x power r minus 2. So now we substitute the values of y, dy by dx and d square y by dx square in equation number 1. So when we do that, we get P naught of x into d square y by dx square, that is this term, plus P1 of x into dy by dx, which is calculated already over here, plus P2 of x into y, that is assumed value of y. So after the substitution of these three terms, your equation 1 should change to this form. So now, how do we get the solution for this particular equation? Just look at the terms which you need here. That is, your solution for y should be equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube, etc. So we have to find the values of these coefficients here. So first of all, let's see how do we find the values of these coefficients. So what we do is, we start equating the coefficients of various powers of x to zeros, starting with the least power of x. So if you just look at this expression over here, the least power term of x will be, when you put r equal to 0 in this, here you get x power 0 minus 2. So the least power of x will be x power minus 2. So when you equate the coefficient of x power minus 2 to 0, the coefficient of x power minus 2 will be, when you put r as 0 here, you get 0, 0 minus 1 and you get a naught. So you should be able to calculate the value of a naught. Then equate the coefficient of the next least power term of x, which will be nothing but x power minus 1. And when you equate that to 0, you should be able to calculate the value of a1. So now you know the first two terms of the required series, and you have to calculate a2, a3, a4, etc. To do that, what we do is, we equate the coefficient of x power r to 0, and using that we find a recurrence relation, so that the solutions of a2, a3, a4, etc. can all be expressed in terms of a0 and a1. So when you do that, After calculating all the required coefficients, your values will be, or the solution for y will be, y equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube, etc. But I have already told you that the values of a2, a3, a4 and so on, the remaining terms, will be expressed only in terms of a0 and a1. So our series can take the form y equal to a0 into capital F of x plus a1 into capital G of x, where capital F of x and capital G of x are nothing but convergent infinite series in x. So now using this method, let's solve the first problem. So let's obtain the power series solution of the equation d square y by dx square plus y equal to 0. So what do you do in case of power series method? First of all, we check whether p naught of 0 is not equal to 0. So in this example which you are considering, the coefficient of d square y by dx square, that is p naught of x, is nothing but 1. And when x is equal to 0, p naught of 0 will not be equal to 0. So we say that the solution for y is nothing but summation r from 0 to infinity ar into x power r. Then we calculate the values of dy by dx and d square y by dx square. Now we put the values of y, dy by dx, d square y by dx square in this problem or in this equation. So when we do that, the equation goes to the form summation r from 0 to infinity r into r minus 1 ar into x power r minus 2 plus summation r from 0 to infinity ar into x power r. Now what you want to calculate is the values of a0, a1, a2, a3, etc. So first of all, you have to find the value of a0. To get the value of a0, we have to equate the least power term of x to 0. The least power term of x here will be, when you put r equal to 0, you get x power minus 2. So we have to equate the coefficient of x power minus 2 to 0. So when you put r equal to 0 in this, you get a0 or a0 into this term becomes 0. Here you get 0 minus 1, which is equal to minus 1. You have to equate this term to 0. So let's assume that the value of a0 is not equal to 0, because this equation can become 0 because of this 0 over here and maybe not because of a0. Then after this, we equate the coefficient of x power minus 1 to 0. So when you put r equal to 1 here, you get a1, 1. Here you get 1 minus 1, which is 0. And let's equate the coefficient of x power minus 1 to 0. So I got a1 into 1 into 0 equal to 0. So now we say that this LHS here is becoming 0 because of this 0 and not because of a1. So it implies that a1 is not necessarily 0. Now we have to find the remaining terms, that is a2, a3, a4, etc. So to find them, what we do is we try to get the coefficient of x power r and we try to equate the coefficient of x power r to 0. Now in the second term, you can see clearly what is the coefficient of x power r, that is nothing but ar. So for the second term, coefficient of x power r is nothing but ar. How do you get the coefficient of x power r from the first term? You can see that r here varies from 0 to infinity. So when r takes the value r plus 2, then this term over here x power r minus 2 becomes x power r plus 2 minus 2. So you get x power r then. Therefore, coefficient of x power r from the first term will be r plus 2 into r plus 2 minus 1, that is nothing but r plus 1 into ar plus 2. So the coefficient of x power r for this expression is nothing but ar plus 2 into r plus 2 into r plus 1 from the first term, and from the second term coefficient of x power r is ar, and we are equating this particular term to 0. Now from this we can calculate the value of ar plus 2, and ar plus 2 is equal to minus ar by r plus 1 into r plus 2. So now using this particular relation, we have to find the remaining terms. The remaining terms are a2, a3, a4, etc. So to get the value of a2 from this, we put the value of r equal to 0. So when you put the value of r as 0, you will immediately get the value of a2 as minus a0 by 2. Now to find the value of a3, put r equal to 1 in this. You will get the value of a3 as minus a1 by 6. So you can immediately see here the value of a2 is in terms of a0, a3 is in terms of a1. Then we can calculate the value of a4. a4 will be nothing but minus a2 divided by 3 into 4, but a2 value is already calculated. a2 value is equal to minus a0 by 2. So use that here. So a4 becomes a0 by 24. Similarly, if you try to calculate the value of a5, it will be in terms of a3, but a3 is already expressed in terms of a1, so a5 will be in terms of a1. So if you continue like that, the solution for y will be equal to a0 plus a1x minus a0 by 2 into x square minus a1 by 6 x cube plus a0 by 24 into x power 4, and so on. So now you can see that there are some terms of a0 here and some terms of a1. So clubbing all the terms of a0, I get a0 into an infinite series over here plus a1 into an infinite series over here. So this is the required solution, or this is the required power series solution for the given differential equation.